Here we are back for problem 8.20. And it deals with a manager of a restaurant in a commercial building who's determined that the proportion of customers who drink tea is 14%. And what we want to know is, what is the probability that in the next 100 customers at least 10% will be tea drinkers? So here we go. We want to know the probability of p hat being greater than 10%. We've got the p hat at 10% here. We also, I could expand that out, I guess. Know that p is 14%, so that's what's been determined already to be the percent of customers who drink tea, and then we have the 100 customers is the end. So in this case, we'll do the calculation again, and of course we want to turn it to a z-score so we can compare it and check it out against the normal distribution curve. So here we go. Equal to, in this case, p hat, which is j4, minus p, which is j5, and then we're going to divide it by the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. That, hit enter. Oh, it still didn't like it. But it does give us a z-score of 1.15, and let's just reduce the decimals to that. So in effect, what we're saying here is the probability with a z, z greater than minus 1.15 is equal to 1 minus probability of z less than 1 point minus 1, less than minus 1.15 is equal to, and now what we need to do is go to page 309 and the minus 1.1 on the rows, and then in the 0.05 column, and look all of that up. So when we go to page 309, we go down to 1.10 or 1.1, and then go over to 0.05, we find the number 0.1251. So right here we would put 1251, and then we can complete this, which would be equal to 1 minus 0.1251, which is going to be equal to 0.8749. Now again, I could do that right here just so you can see it. Equal to 1 minus 0.1251 is 0.8751. The other way to check that, of course, is just go equals normal distribution for the S, and with a z-score of minus 1.15, cumulative true, hit enter, and again, reduce to 4 decimals, 0.1251, so we can see that that matches up and ultimately gives us the probability that at least 10% of the next 100 drinkers, that probably is 0.8749. Because remember, 10% is less than the 14, so we would expect it if that 14% of his normal customers or regular tea drinkers to exceed 10% would be a fairly high percentage, which in this case we find to be true right there, 0.8749. Alright, that's it for Chapter 8.